Hello, I'm Elaine Fisher and I'm the Lakes coach, and we're delighted to be here again to do a walk and talk in the lakes. And if we're looking a bit sweaty, it's because we've just walked up 800 metres and we're on the top of one of the highest fells in the Lake District at Coniston, Old Man. And I'm here again with Joe and Willow, and we're really looking forward to taking you around the Coniston Valley.
Looking forward to it. Nice to see you again and be in this lovely place. Willow's just started to have a sleep actually at the top. It's been a bit of a slog up, but it's really well worth it. I'm really excited to share this the adventure with you today.
And Joe, we're walking around the top, aren't we? And it's quite difficult to miss people because there's lots of kids and we don't want to get kids on the video.
Yeah.
So we're walking over towards where we'll see actual Coniston Lake.
Yes.
And so the Lake District's a UNESCO heritage site now, largest national park. It's a place for recreation, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's known for all its...
They're all touching the top of
really
the mountain.
Children, if you heard that, really excited children getting to the top of the mountain. So the Lake District's known for, it's a designated UNESCO site for its landscape and culture and heritage.
Yeah.
It's place of tranquility. It's obviously
holiday place.
Holiday place, very much so. We have 18 million visitors.
Yeah.
And you can see Coniston Lake down below us there. And we can see a boat. I'm not sure we can pick that up on the camera, but
Tiny,
when we go further down, it's a huge place for boating. And it's an adventurous place as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And peace.
Yeah.
Lots of people come up for the tranquility. We're getting a lot on this point, but you know, tranquility in nature.
Yes, yeah. Somewhere to escape to, really. Somewhere to escape your everyday working life and come and be peaceful and do other things. Enjoy the stillness, the quiet, or the activities that you enjoy. And yeah, just looking over there, Elaine. I'm just looking how that's opening up again. We're seeing the sun keeps giving us, or the clouds keep giving us little surprises as they lift.
Yeah,
and then it disappears again quickly. But it's absolutely stunning up here today.
Let's go and have a look at Dow Crag.
Is that over there where the mist is just rising? Is that a little bit of water? Or is that just a...
Yes, that is. It's a tarn.
Another tarn. Wow.
Tarn. Just be careful
that we don't fall off the side. Yeah, it's quite rocky and craggy up here, isn't it? It's very sharp, the stone. Wow.
Look at that. As the fogs lift, and we can see that's Dow Crag. We can actually see somebody standing up at the top of Dow Crag.
Wow.
Ooh. We've talked about the lakes being this natural haven, this peaceful or adventurous place.
Yeah.
But it's not always been like that. And it's been a very industrial place in the past.
Yes.
And what we're going to talk about today, or what we're going to show, is the Coniston Valley.
Whoa.
Where we're looking down here, we've got the tarns of low water and levers water.
Yeah.
And you look down the Coniston Valley and you can see the landscape is marked by hundreds of years
of work,
sweat and toil, doing
yeah,
copper mining and slate quarrying.
Yeah.
And you can see down there you've got Coniston Village that was built around the mining, and you can see Coniston Lake again there as the fog lifts. We've been very lucky with the weather.
Yeah.
Up here.
There's so different when you look down, and it's hard to imagine people working out in that environment apart from anything else. It's so exposed, isn't it? And can be very rugged and raw and extreme weather. I mean, we're lucky today, but it equally we're here and it could change within an instant, couldn't it? Up here, we know the forecast okay today, but you could find that you were completely in the fog at any moment.
Yes.
But
yes.
it's.
And I was just thinking if we could see your house from here, Joe. Because you can
Oh,
see Windermere now in the distance.
What's
That's
the
Lake
white building?
Windermere.
You know, the white building.
That's
Is that
Lowood.
wow? Okay,
So,
gosh, you can see a long way today.
yeah, very lovely.
And Tarn in the middle. Tarn House, right in the middle. Is that Tarn House? The water in the middle.
More, yes, actually, yeah.
Where we've been together on a walk before. Yeah.
So shall we go and have a look a bit more?
Yeah, let's go and find out more about what happened in all those piles of stones down there. Something's going on down there, and we're going to find out. I'm sure you're going to tell me all about it. Looking forward to it.
Let's go. We were saying we're just going to stop saying wow at the moment. Be quite careful about how we walk as we go along, because the cloud has just really lifted as we've started to come off the top, and we're getting a really good view of Coniston now.
You see more boats now, can't you, as well?
Yeah.
What were you saying, Elaine, about, because we got quite cold there at the top. We were really warm coming up the hill, getting sweaty and hot. And you were saying, what were you saying about how much colder it gets?
I think it's something for every 100 meters it drops a degree.
Yeah.
So even though today it's forecast when the fog lifts to be 20 degrees, we're still going to be.
We're still a bit wrapped up.
We're going to be 12 degrees up here.
Yeah.
And we were nice and warm, weren't we, when we first stopped?
Yeah.
But then your sweat actually then cools down as well.
Yeah.
And then you can really get a chill.
Yeah, and you don't always think when you set off on a walk, do you, what it's going to be like when you get high up like this. It's important to be prepared, isn't it?
It really is. And so today you've got a puffer jacket in your
woolly hat.
So in midsummer in the lakes, when it's going to be 20 degrees, we've still got woolly hat. I've got a woolly hat and a sun hat. I've got my jumpers. I've got long trousers. So you always should be carrying quite a big pack.
Yeah.
And people don't.
No.
People don't. And then, they think it's going to be really nice and warm. And it is, as long as you keep moving.
Yeah.
It's just if you fall over or something.
Yeah.
You're a bit in trouble.
Just be prepared.
So that's a gratuitous look out at Coniston water down to the bottom.
And across over the lake is Brantwood, isn't it?
Oh yes, John Rusky's house.
Yeah.
And the lakes are known for that cultural heritage as well, aren't they? We've talked about Wordsworth.
Yes.
About Potter. Maybe one day we do something about John Ruskin.
Yeah, there's nice scones over there at Brantwood. That's definitely on the cards.
So we are about to walk down to low water down there. And if you can see, the path is really steep and rocky. So we're not going to walk and talk down there, and we'll meet you down at the bottom. So we managed to get down the hill, and the steep bit, we've got still a very long way down the mountain, and you can see Coniston town below you there, and Willow and Joe happily wandering on. We're just getting to the part now where we start to see signs on this side of the hill of the mining activity that used to take place, and on this side it was the slate quarrying that was undertaken. And the first evidence they had is in the 16th century, but they think there was quarrying for slate up here right back to the 13th century. And Joe, I was just looking, if you look up the hill, even though we feel like we're coming down towards the slate quarries, just seeing if I can get there without getting too much sunshine in there, up above there is all the spoil tips. And one of the big quarries in the 1800s, I think, is right underneath Coniston Old Man. And it's so deep that people do say that the Old Man is a hollow. It's hollow in there. Gosh, there we go.
I missed that tunnel on the way up.
That what, sorry?
That little tunnel there.
Oh yeah. I've got a tunnel, and we've also got, and it will go down to all those buildings down there. And if you think that when they first came up here, it'd be men into small holes with just hammers hammering in a hole to put dynamite in or explosive in, blowing it up, and then pulling it out by hand. In all weathers, really brutal.
Yeah.
And then as time gone on, grew on, you know, that it got a bit more ingenuity into it.
Yeah.
But that's a really hard life. Look how far they're having to come up every day in all weathers.
Yeah.
And what fascinates me, what I say about here now, every piece of this stone that's left, because this is the stone left after it's been mined. Oh, can we go around there a bit? Every piece of stone left in the spoil heaps, and that actual mountain up there.
Yeah, all just in mind, isn't it?
And every piece has been handled by somebody, shaped by somebody, pulled out by somebody.
Yeah.
Bits have been cut off, and this is what's left behind.
Over how many years?
Well, this, like I just mentioned, the 1600 was the first evidence.
Yeah.
But they thought it might be earlier than that. But right up until about the 1950s.
Wow.
So, oh, I don't know where I left the camera there. They've just come around the corner and coming down a bit further. You see all those buildings there. We mentioned that the main way of quarrying early doors was to get big hammers and use brute strength to make holes in the rock and put dynamite or explosive in, blow it up, and then they had to pull it out by hand. And the earlier slate quarries are higher up the hill because the slate was close to the surface. And as we got further and further on over the centuries, they had to dig further and further down for it. And so there's real brute strength pulling it out. We'll see some of the dates on these buildings as we went through the centuries. It improved in the sense that they used water power to generate electricity through wheels and cams, and used to also, and that water used to come from low water, you know, where we were.
Yeah.
And they had this remarkable system of generating compressed air, and you can see all these pipes around that took, I don't know, taking compressed air into the mines, and the compressed air would be used to blow the holes so that they didn't have to use such brute power and put the explosive in. So they still had to blow it up and then somehow pull it out of the mountain, and then get it down. And then in these buildings, it's where tools were made, but also where the slate was riven, because slate is cut out of the rock very skillfully with special tools by special skilled men. And they used to do that here before it was taken down the hill.
So it was prepared
down the hill.
Yeah. Like rail, like track.
Yeah. So there'd be 20 years. But what amazed me, and we'll see some, we'll see some of the cables in a minute, that in later years they had cables like cable cars all the way down to the bottom, and so they lifted it down. But can you imagine walking up here with 5 kind of cables, it weren't cars, there'd be carts underneath it, but being lifted all full down the slate.
What a great invention that was.
Yes,
because
impressive, isn't it? Dry stone wall. You can see all that slate or the spoil above it.
Yeah.
And these are the cables that the tram used to be on.
Yeah.
Also, I think the pipes maybe that the compressed air came in on.
Yeah.
And when they pulled it all the way down to Coniston, they used to take it down to the boating area. What's that place called?
Coniston Boating Centre.
Yeah. So that used to be where they used to put it on the boats, take it down to Nibthwaite, the other end of the lake.
Yeah.
Then on a cart, and then it'd go to Greenodd, which to us is a lovely village with a roundabout,
Yes.
with a very nice fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
Used to be a big port.
That's,
I just can't believe that.
No, that is hard to imagine.
And,
I mean, there's the estuary there, isn't there? I suppose that's
yeah,
where it would have been.
yeah.
And then on to Barrow, or
sometimes off to Liverpool, London, round.
Yeah.
So, and that's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then in later years, I think in the late 1800s, there was a railway put in, which we don't have now.
At Greenwood?
No, at Coniston.
Oh, at Coniston. Oh, yeah, okay. So where we parked, it said station.
Yeah.
So it would have been a railway station from
there. And the reason I'm mentioning that here,
all for these mines.
All for these mines.
Yeah.
To take the slate and also the copper.
Yeah.
But it also brought the first tourists in.
Okay.
And the tourists used to use this path,
yeah,
which is the miners' path. And as you can see now, even walking nowadays, you've got to duck between all the miners. I can't imagine what it'd be like ducking and weaving as the miners were trying to get their stuff down.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's like a modern quarry. You wouldn't walk in a modern quarry now.
No, you'd be worried about the danger.
Yeah. Life, isn't it?
And
yeah. I think as we're walking down, I mean, apart from the odd person that we've passed and not put on the video, it's really still quite quiet, isn't it?
It is down here, isn't it? Most people, well, it feels like everybody's heading to the top of Coniston, Old Man, and you know, that's the challenge, isn't it?
But imagine what it was like when there was explosions and there was hammering and there was reeving and there was people pushing and grunting and how much sound carried across these valleys.
Yeah.
The noise must have been huge.
It must have been incredible.
Not these quiet valleys that we appreciate today.
And most of the Coniston, the town, would have been where people lived.
Yeah.
From the quarry.
I mean, I think Coniston town is really built on miners moving in from Cornwall, from Ireland, from across England, and as we'll see with the copper mines, from Germany. So that's what built Coniston town.
Yeah.
And even that came to overflowing. So they had to build special miners' cottages as well.
Yeah. Because you think, well, we can see just that little row of, which I've always thought of as the miners' cottages.
Yeah.
That's not enough cottages for the miners, is it? For all of the...
No, they were called, if people see them in the, I'll put my famous finger there, we'll see them more clearly.
Yeah.
They're called the Irish Row.
Okay.
And a lot of Irish came over to mine. And I think in its heyday, mainly with the copper mines over there, and we'll come on to those in a bit, there were 700 miners and families and
a lot of people.
But when you associate all the skills and tradesmen that goes with mining as well, it is a lot.
Huge community, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, we've just stopped on this little outcrop on our way down, and it's rare in the lakes that you get a warm wind, and that is just lovely, and how quiet it is. But there's no more beautiful place, I think, than Lakeland in the summer.
Yeah. On a sunny day, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else. On a rainy day, I can think of somewhere.
But back to the poor miners.
Yeah. I know. Imagine they didn't have a choice, did they? Day in, day out. You know, Lakeland weather. We've been lucky with our walks that we've shared on the village hall, actually, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
You know, the majority of days are.
We did have snow in Tarnhouse.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
that was a cold one. Took me days to warm up after that. But yeah, so if we walk, even you know, the gear, the equipment, the clothing.
They'd be wearing early days Hessian sacks to keep warm. So. And apparently they used to all walk up together, up to the mines, and then work 12 hours, but then all run down to get back home and have a, make the most of community in Coniston, I suppose. So copper, different to slate in that you mine down for it, and is an ore in the rock. And Queen Elizabeth I was the first person to commission mining for copper in this country, because we were having to import it, and she wanted to be able to have her own source of copper, and it was really important for on the bottom of boats, and it was coming and increase and using it to make bronze. And so she got some German miners who were very skilled to come over, and
Here?
they set up in Keswick.
Yeah.
And they set up a smelter, because you have to smelt the rock to get the copper out.
Yes.
And in Keswick, and when that started to run low, they came here. So you're talking Shakespeare's time, you know, Queen Elizabeth time. And we could just look around here, and if you imagine these valleys in Elizabethan times, and the miners then would just really try and scrape through into the rock. And then as time went on, they also used dynamite. Oh, I say dynamite, I use explosives. I don't know whether it was dynamite. To kind of blow up and pull the ore out. And then as time went on, there was channels dug and addicts dug, and as you think of as mining really deep down. And in those days, when the Elizabethan times, they used to pull out the copper ore and take it by pony and cart or sledge over those fells over there, over the Tilberthwaite fells, and take it all the way to Keswick.
Wow.
Because you needed coal to burn to smolter the rock, and it was easier to take
mega journey, isn't it?
ore to there.
Imagine taking that.
Yeah. Look, so on and off over the centuries, and it really got to its heyday in the 1800s, early 1800s. And what we now know as the youth hostel, was there, was the mining office. And then if you can see that mill at the back, that's where a lot of the processing was done. And where you can see the orange, that's the spoil that came out of there. And this is called, here, it's called Paddy's End. That was also processing. And if you look right at the top there, there was there's like they call it engine room, and that used to be one of the vents and the wheels to take down the mines. And so one of the shafts, the words are failing, that go down.
So underneath here, there's going to be loads of tunnels, aren't there?
Miles and miles, and 1,000 foot deep. So
let's get off quick, Willow.
We said earlier about, we talked about, it was the men being, having to work the mines, and they did, and they had really hard, labour intensive lives, didn't they? But so did the women, and they're in the processing areas. The women and kids as young as 6 used to, when they brought the copper ore in, there was various settling tanks and things, and they had to bash the ore to make it smaller and get the copper out in smaller pieces as various jobs, filling buckets, grinding. The big wheel used to power a big stamping machine, and then it's clearing all that away and making sure, so lots and lots of, for peanuts really, lots and lots of activities for kids and women. That's still hard labour for at least 12 hours a day.
I wonder what the lifespan.
Well, there's some great records of showing. There was a copper mine project that has catalogued and protects, all the history here, and it shows you birth certificates, death certificates, and people did die here, but maybe not as much as you thought. And but there still were deaths, and there were deaths as well, because in the times, if you got a bad cut, you might die of tetanus. You might die of sepsis, and it's a really physical job, isn't it?
Yes.
And there is a tale of a man getting killed by being caught up in one of the wheels, the water wheels. He was in his 60s. But then you've got the tale of, because they tended to have large families as well, kids being orphaned and sent to the workhouse in Ulverston, because both parents had died really young.
Yeah.
So I think it was a hard way of living. But again, I just think if it was when it was all happening, and you can just think the noise in this valley and the smoke even, and like you mentioned, the pollution or what was going on, it'd be completely different to what
really
it is today.
industrious and industrial in a way.
So we're kind of coming to the end of our walk, and the mining industry, the copper mining industry, ebbed in about the 1890s.
Yeah.
And the slate continued to about the 1950s, and that's why you got this crossover with tourism and slate. And it's amazing to think how industrial these beautiful valleys were. I was just thinking, Jo, from the top of Coniston, shall we just have a look?
Yeah.
Ooh,
we've been right up there.
We've been right up there. Let's have a look. So it looks a lot easier from here.
It does, yeah. I was thinking that's not that impressive, really. If you're looking at this in the village hall, you're probably thinking,
no,
but it felt a lot, didn't it?
It was a really long way, wasn't it? A really long way up. So from the
top of the
mountains, where we're saying how much and why people come today.
Yeah.
So now, I was wondering what your takeaway of today's walk and talk is.
I think really, aren't we lucky? It's nice actually. It's good to hear today and to listen to and be reminded of how much life has changed in terms of like the hardship of the workers in those days, and how we often take our comfort, our lives, our freedom, our days off for granted. And certainly living up here, it's easy to just be a little bit blasé about it. And do you know what? We really are lucky. And I know it's, there are times in all of our lives where we've all got struggles, and we do, and that's true, and can't be pretended that it's not there. But those getting up and working hard like that, physically hard and exhausted, and long hours, and children having to go to workhouses, and real hard stuff that we can only read in books. It's nice to just stop and think, we're doing all right. There's a lot to be grateful for in where we are and who we are. In fact, those cottages there, say they were the Irish cottages.
Yeah.
They are now, I think some of those are holiday. I think you can rent.
Yes, you can.
As holiday lets, so you can come and be on holiday where families were grafting hard and probably never even. What's a holiday? What was a holiday?
Yeah.
What was a day off, time off? What did we do for relaxation? You wouldn't have even probably had the luxury of asking myself, what should I do today for a day off? So gratitude and being able to share today like this has been and is great.
Yeah, that's lovely reflection. Well, here we are at Miners Bridge, which is the bottom of Copper Mines Valley, and it's the end of our walk, and it's been an epic day for us. Hope you enjoyed our walk and talk over Coniston and Coniston Old Man, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Elaine, for your sharing your knowledge and local history with us. I sort of think of it as like the soap opera of the Lake District. I like to get all the juicy bits from Elaine, if there are any, as we go through our walk. But it's been great to have you with us. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm sure we'll see you all again very soon. And bye for now.
Bye.